8 of the most expensive superhero memorabilia ever sold. Before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Trend Stop. There is a wide variety of items included in the superhero memorabilia that has been sold, but they're not all equally valuable. Like every other memorabilia, superhero memorabilia are also of great importance to their makers as well as fans. Their value is determined more by their associations with the characters and fans than their size, age, or purpose. So without further ado, let's take a look at the items of superhero memorabilia that were sold for the most. Batmobile. Adam West's Batmobile wasn't the first ever physical depiction of the familiar superhero vehicle, but it was the most recognizable one for many years. When it was sold to car designer George Barris as a Lincoln Futura, it was for $1. In 2013, George Barris sold the iconic 1960 redesigned Batmobile for $4.2 million. As mentioned earlier, Barris purchased the original Lincoln Futura for a mere $1, so it's pretty prominent that over the years, the car rose as one of the most renowned superhero vehicles. A Superman costume. Some pieces of superhero memorabilia are so entrenched in American pop culture that anyone would recognize them, and they take a fan right back to when they saw them item on the big screen. One of those items is Superman's cape that was worn by the iconic Christopher Reeve in the 1978 film Superman. The costume was sold in year-end Icons and Ideals event with a record-making figure. Fans would have willingly spent more, but this item went for $115,000. Iron Man Mk2 suit. The Mark II was the second Iron Man armor designed and created by Tony Stark. As the first suit of Iron Man armor built at Stark Industries, the Mark II armor featured new technology compared to the effective but crude Mark I armor. It was a full-scale silver Mark II Iron Man suit which appeared in Iron Man 2, complete with the rocket boots worn by Robert Downey Jr. in the testing sequence of the first film. It was also one of the most expensive superhero memorabilia sold in 2012 for $135,000. Captain America, the First Avenger suit. In Captain America the First Avenger, Steve Rogers wore 3 different uniforms. His first uniform was the classic uniform for the USO. The second was the USO uniform which had brown leather jacket and war pants. His third uniform was a mix of his classic and ultimate uniforms from the comics. Steve himself came up with the uniform's designs, which were implemented by Howard Stark. The uniform was made from carbon polymer. It offered a medium level of resistance to bullets and knives, and allowed his shield to be hooked onto the back. Chris Evans' final screen-worn suit and shield from Captain America, the First Avenger, together were sold for $233,700 at Profiles in History in April 2012, during an auction at the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. Green Goblin mask. Throughout the history of Marvel Comics, Spider-Man remained as one of the most popular superheroes as he has amazing superpowers, and the storylines in which he features are fantastic. There are only Spider-Man and Captain America that can claim to be in every single line of production between 1973 and 1982. It was worn by William Dafoe in Spider-Man, which also appears in Spider-Man 2, on display in the Goblin's Secret Lab. It was sold at Profiles in History in 2010 for $27,500, which is a pretty huge amount for just a mask. But it's not just a mask for its fans. Captain America shield. The Captain America action figure was first released in the fall of 1973. It has been one of the most enduring figures released by Figures, as it maintained a high level of popularity throughout production. There were 2 screen-used shields from Captain America the First Avenger. One was with the battle damage and one was without. Each one was sold for $27,675 at Profiles in History in 2012. Thor's hammer. Thor's hammer, known as Mjolnir, was a powerful enchanted warhammer forged by the dwarves of the Asgardian royal family. In the comics, the hammer's name translates to the Crusher or the Grinder. However, in Norse mythology, its name translates to that which smashes. The hammer was destroyed by Hela during a confrontation between her, Thor, and Loki in 2017. It was made from foam rubber with a leather-wrapped handle and used in Kenneth Branagh's film in 2011. It was sold at Profiles in History in 2012 for $23,370. Wolverine suit. The black leather battle suit worn by Hugh Jackman as Wolverine during the final Statue of Liberty battle in X-Men was different from his costume in which he has previously been appearing. Fans and viewers also got used to the yellow and then brown costume, but the new black one just turned the table. It sold at Profiles in History in 2008 for $75,000. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.